Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Oh, my flowers are starting to die. Guess what? I'm having more fun, and now that we're done, it's warm. Gonna show you tonight. That'll flap. I'm gonna show you tonight. You know what? It's not even that warm either today. It's just that I've just been stressing because I couldn't find my plug for my ring light. Hello everybody, it is me, Pink, and I am here today with a Get Ready With Me video. But it is a very special Get Ready With Me because I am getting ready for my friend Madam Nicoal's hen party because she is soon to be a wedded, married woman, which is very exciting. And today, little known to her, we are doing the night of 1,000 Nikoals. So she thought that we were gonna be coming as woo girls, so you know, like the girls from a hen do, the woo, those girls, the ones that plague all drag queens. No, we're actually doing the night of 1,000 Nikoals, so I am getting into a Nikoal inspired drag look. And the reason why the song today is very appropriate is because Nikoal once stayed pink in Lady Marmalade. Was it? It was the first year that I actually judged for Virgin Drag, which I believe should be out again at some point soon. I think, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah, I might just be tempted to shut that window, I think. How dare people be running around having fun? So the reason why I chose this look is because I'm gonna like get going as I'm chatting to you. I will put this on actually. So I am using this Hydra Grip base gripper thing. I know the Elf is cancelled, but I bought it like right before they got cancelled. And I'm not gonna throw it into landfill. So I'm gonna use it up and then I am in the market for a new primer once that happens. You will see that I'm using some Elf products as well because I did actually, I can't remember when it were, like a few videos back, I was like, oh, I need to go and get some more makeup because all mine's like dried out and stuff. So I like went and obviously like Elf has always been like my thing, like that I've tended to get, especially for like my skin. And now, you know, the footers all over by having Matte Rife on it, aren't they? So I don't really know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to like figure out some like, what's it called, some replacements for what I usually use. However, I have got some TikToks saved where people suggesting ones that you can use that are similar, so hopefully I'll still be able to get just as mediocre of a base as I usually get. Oh, a little bit of my own saliva just went up my nose from coughing there. That's not normal, I don't think. So the reason that I chose to do the Lady Marmalade look was because we all know that I am the sweatiest bitch in the game and I needed to do a look that didn't have much clothing on. And Nikoal often wears like dresses and stuff and like things that are quite covered. So I was like, how can I be as naked as possible for this hen do so that I don't melt into the ground? I have, however, got a long pink wig, so, you know, I might still be fighting a losing battle today, but it's all about having fun at a hen do. It's not like, you know, hopefully nobody's gonna clock me for turning into a sweaty mess. I mean, no more than they usually do anyway. Because my friends from the union are fucking rotted. I just spat everywhere as I said that. I'm apparently rotted too. Where's my beauty blenders? I look like a beauty blender. So in terms of the skin, I am just gonna do what I usually do for my contouring and stuff, just because I think like for drag, generally speaking, like the contour is pretty much the same. People like have different amounts that they blend it and stuff or like cut it or whatever, but I think Nikoal is generally quite like soft with her like lines and stuff that she creates. She doesn't do like straight angular lines necessarily. She does for her eye makeup though, which I'm a bit nervous about because although I do quite like angular makeup generally, I don't do it like as big as she does it. I don't think she actually has eyebrows either from the picture that I am using for inspo, which I will put on now. And that's my inspo picture dance, do you remember that? I'm thinking, you know, try and do no brows, like quite a big eye that's sort of like angled more up, but I don't know, we'll see what happens. I do want to do the makeup as closely as possible, but if I start to look wild and crazy, I'm gonna have to, you know, slip back into old habits and do what I know best. Not really a great match for my actual skin tone at the moment, but we are moving past that at a rapid speed. I'm going to put on, oh hello, what was that? That was some lashes that just fell down. I'm going to put on another layer of this foundation. So this is the Fenty one that I've got like the blisters of. I'm going to use that one today, I think. Just because I think like that's a little bit too pale still for the rest of my body. Because, you know, I have once again been out and about running. I love to tear ass around these streets. That means that I catch the sun really easily. Oh hello, I've just poured it all over the table. Love pink. I love pink because I'm dressing as pink today. The only thing about me doing this particular look is, so we're going like for the hen do. I don't know what clubs and like, you know, drinking establishments are generally like when somebody just rocks up in hardly any clothes. So, you know, hopefully they'll let me in. I'm not going to be too unclothed. Naturally, I am going to be putting like tights on because I can't find my original hot pants I usually wear. So I'm having to wear like sloggies, you know, the like pant ones. So I am going to have to wear tights because obviously I don't want for anything to fall out or to have any accidents. So, you know, I am going to be in actually probably more clothes than a lot of people, but it just looks like I'm quite nude. I am considering moving this desk over there so that then the light from the window shines straight onto my face. Just because I'm conscious that whenever I'm filming at the moment, I always have like one really bright side and then this side is like in full darkness. And, you know, it is now coming towards the end of the summer, so it shouldn't be too hot in here. What do you think? What are your thoughts on that? I have also noticed, so when I first like moved in here, I sanded the floor to try and like get it, you know, like a nice wood floor. I did it with a hand sander, which was, you know, very stressful times, but I managed it. And it started to like peel again, which I don't know if that's because like I didn't treat it properly afterwards or something. I did like put the oil on and stuff like they say too, but I don't know if there's something else that you meant to put on, like a different varnish or what the crack is really with that. So I'm wondering, you know, maybe I should like turn it a little bit and then peel another bit of floor and then just keep going around the room until one day I have to redo the whole room. Do I have that on there? This isn't a makeup wipe, this is a surface wipe. I don't use this to take my makeup off, don't worry. As we know, I'm very concerned about premature aging. As I said, you are now going to see me using the e.l.f. concealers. Don't worry, I'm not condoning the use of matte eye, but I do need to finish these off because I don't want to be wasteful as well. If anybody does have like any recommendations as well of what I could use instead of these, I think I've seen like the L'Oreal ones are meant to be quite good. You know, if you've got any like top tips. See, it's nice sometimes when you don't actually wash your brushes off, because you can tell which one is used for which thing. Well, I suppose if they were all washed off, then I could just use them for anything. The reason that they're not actually washed is because I came back from Manchester Pride recently. I walked in the parade again with Glitterfy Presents, which was very exciting stuff. They are moving from their original home to a new venue as well, which is exciting for them. So I went and watched the show as well on that night. So I got to see like the final show that we're doing at Lock. I'm gonna put like some white underneath my eyes as well, I think. So like the most recent pictures I've seen of Nikoal, she does have like quite a white like highlight. So I'm gonna try and go for that and see like if I can sort of mimic that a little bit. That look alright? It's looking very patchy in the mirror. I might have to do this with a beauty blender once I've actually got it on. Oh hello, and now it's on my vest. Love pink. I will say this white foundation when mixed with the fixing spray smells very, very nice. I have bought this blush recently. Found that I had a gift card in my wallet that I'd not used, so I was like, right, to the shop I go. And I bought myself some nice new makeup. Oh, that's such a pretty little package. Love that. I'm just thinking, so the reason why I'm using the pink is because the wig that I'm going to be wearing is also pink. So I'm thinking if I can sort of bring a little bit of that like into my face, hopefully that should make things look a bit more like rounded and like, what's the word, like cohesive. That's the word that I'm looking for. Got this new bronzer. We'll just see how it does. If this isn't very good, I have still got a little bit of the Fenty one as well, so I can always, you know, dip into both. So, you know, you can't use the fancy expensive makeup forever, and I have made that last for about 3 years, I think now. Oh, there's a lot of fallout on that one. Okay, that feels darker than the Fenty one, but That's okay. I did think that was actually going to be a bit paler than it was, but this is the risk that you run into when you buy makeup online. I am going to be battling with putting a wig on as well, as I've mentioned earlier. And I don't really tend to wear wigs these days. I'm getting a sweaty upper lip. I might have to open that window again. If you hear people screaming outside, it's just my street. I'll do a bit of a draping blush, do we think, today? I don't know, is that the move? I'm doing it. Put a bit more up there than I would usually tend to go for. I have recently been in like a very peachy blush phase, but I don't know if maybe I'm going back into my pink blush. This is where things are going to get spicy, I think. So I'm going to do the eyes. I'm going to put on lots of fallout powder just in case. Just because the last time that I did this when it was for Pride, well, that's a lot of powder. The last time I did it, I got lots of fallout on my nose from it. So I'm just thinking, you know, if I do that, then hopefully I won't be struggling and fighting for my life. She does Black Wing, big crease, usually like a warm colour, which I'm thinking I'm going to do some sort of like gold glittery moment if I can find any of that. And then like a black smoke feather up. I'm going to start off with like the black smoky part of it. Right, so that's uneven already. Maybe if I do it in there, then that might be a bit better actually for me, because then I feel like there's something about my eyesight that, like, that looks completely even there, but then on there it looks really not, so I don't know which one to believe. So I'm going to do my crease now. I need the lightest colour. I think that would be that. Gonna just set that, I think, with some white powder for the time being. Just so that it sort of dries down, because I've noticed if I don't set it with like a decent powder to start with, like the colour all starts to crease into it, whereas if I do the white powder first, I don't know, it seems to work better for me, so I'm just going to do that. This was another Beauty Bay thing that I've purchased, because they were only 11 quid, which I thought were a right bargain, you know. I am turning into an old lady, but I was like, well, you can't go wrong, can you, for 11 quid? And I've been like hankering after this palette for a while. I'm going to put on my glitter now. So I'm thinking either this glitter, which is a bit paler, or this one. She usually does like a gold, so that one's more bronze and that one's more like a rose goldy colour. I think I might go for the rose gold. She moves a lot when you stamp it on the... Okay, so that's got no colour on it. It's hard sometimes, like when you look at pressed glitters, to know sort of what the colour payoff is going to be, because I would have thought that one was going to be quite gold, but it looked quite silver. Maybe it's because I put it on a white base though. Should I have done like a... It's too late now I've done this. I don't know why I thought that a pressed glitter would have colour payoff. That's sort of my bad, really. This is inspired by. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to put on my liner. Her liner, I think, goes right up to there. So we shall try and do that. Ooh, that were a lot of that eyeliner that just came out of that pan. So it looks like I'm going to be smoking it as well. I did actually draw a little picture somewhere of how I was going to do this, and I've just apparently forgotten about that. Oh, fuck. Right, okay. I'm going to just try and set this with some black eyeshadow and some fixing spray. Okay, so that's my eyes. I think that looks good. I think that's sort of... That is similar to what hers is, because it's quite big. I think this is looking good. It looks pretty wild on there. In person, it doesn't look quite as like blown out as it does on there. I think this is looking good. I'm just hoping that, you know, it reads when I get there that I've tried to do the makeup, because I don't know if I've done it very successfully. There's a lot of black on my eyes, isn't there? I'm also putting on black lipstick as well today, which I don't own, so I'm gonna have to, you know, get creative with powders and stuff. Here we go, so I'm gonna put these on. I don't think that these are probably gonna be big enough for the eye look, so I might have to like sort of be clever with the placement and put them a bit higher up. So ask me if I've got any spirit gum for the wig, because the answer is no. How am I going to attach the wig, I hear you ask? I'm just going to pin it into my hair and hope for best. Oh, that's stuck to my eye like the band is, but so is the hair of the lash. Maybe if I just... Yeah, if I just don't shut my eye. I'm just thinking. So I have also got these little lashes that I purchased from the Home Bargains. I'm just thinking that they might be a good edition. What weird packaging. Interesting. To sort of put underneath, because these lashes are very high up and I think it's quite like sort of glaringly obvious that I've put them in a weird position. Oh, I got lots of time-ish. Got some time. We'll be okay. Thank God that I painted my nails before I did this, because, you know, they're going to be absolutely rancid to see. I don't know whether or not to put like a little bit more pink around here. I think like when I first started drag, I wasn't even really doing blush, you know, as well, which is just a shocker, really. I don't know whether or not to use, so there's like a pink sparkly business going on in here. That's quite creamy though. I don't know if that's going to be any good. I mean, I'm putting it on. Oh, that's actually very pigmented. Okay, so I'm going to have to put on some other highlighter on top of that, I think. Just to kind of cool it down, because that's like hot purple. It's quite pretty though. I do like it. It's just not what I thought I was going to be getting. Do I want to just leave that? I'm going to put on some... I don't know. Do I just leave that? Maybe I'll just leave that up there. I'm really flip-flopping here, aren't I? It looks nice in there, but in person it looks like I say, like hot purple. We'll leave it. I like it. Okay, so black lips. Not really something that I tend to do. I'm sure I've got like a black waterline eyeliner in here somewhere, she says. So I'm going to try and use this, I think, at least for the lip line, and then we'll see sort of where we go from there. Just going to put some of this away very quickly, just because it's like starting to get a bit overwhelming for me. A never-ending midnight sun. I think now I'm gonna use the setting spray with this little lip brush and some black shadow again. I think that's possibly the move. I look like I've got a mustache right now, but I won't in a second. Do I look like a goth girl? So that's my lips on. I think I'm gonna put on a little bit of the glitter that I've got on my lid, just like onto my lips as well, just to sort of, I don't know. And then the final bit that I just need to do is a little beauty spot. Right, I'm unsure about how I feel right now in this look. I don't know what to do. Does this look good? I don't think this looks good, does it? There's something a bit Alice Cooper-esque about this wig that I wasn't expecting to discover. I think this is what you get when you don't actually style a wig, and it like, it doesn't look quite as you had envisaged. Oh, it's all going fucking wrong now. I wasn't actually feeling, I wasn't feeling too bad until I started like putting the wig on. Oh God, hang on. Right, okay. I think I just need to get it out of my face is what I need. I think then I'll feel much more funky, feminine and fresh. I've got one of these. What I've seen the girlies do is they sort of like use this just to push it back at the root. So that's what we're going to start off by doing. Any better? No, exactly the same colour. Do you know when it is going to look even more like Alice Cooper as well? I've got a top hat that I'm wearing with it. Was that like the idea when she did it, do you think, when Pink originated this role? At least if it's all in my face, then it means that I don't have to worry about covering up my sideburns. It's almost as if this wig is made for a much smaller head than mine, but then if it is on a smaller head and then there's this much sort of very Alice Cooper-esque looking hair, what's the crack there then? Is that people just like struggle with too much hair on their heads? Does that look better? I don't know if it should be forward, should it be back? Oh, I've never felt more unattractive. I just sort of sit here for 5. Might just be tempted to do a bit of back combing under here. Oh, it's stuck. The comb is stuck in the wig. The comb's stuck in the wig. I'm gonna give it a bit more of a back comb, because in a shocking turn of events, I think it actually needs more volume maybe. I don't know. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on the hat, and then I'm gonna close this video off, and then I'm gonna go and, you know, weep whilst I try to sort this out. The wig is beautiful, it's so nice and long. It just doesn't look great on my face. How can a wig be more masculinizing? Masculizing? No, like The Undertaker. So that is the final look. I am gonna, you know, go off and try to judge this wig a little bit, figure out what I'm doing with it. Don't know if the hat should be there or if it should be more backwards. I think if it's more like to the back, then it's going to fly off. If it's there, then I'll look like the Babadook. As always, I hope that you enjoyed watching me do this look. There's literally hair all in my lashes. I'm going to be fighting for my life with this tonight. So, you know, just think about me, won't you? I'm going to take the hat off for 5 minutes just to reveal the horrors going on underneath. As always, if you did enjoy this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. It would mean the world to me. And my social media will be on at the very end. It is just Domino Official on everything. So if you would like to follow me on TikTok and Instagram, that would be very nice. And thank you, please, and thank you, please. We'll also put on a link to Madam Nicole's podcast, which is called Mother Knows Best. Very, very